The latest on what we can expect today, including the track of Hurricane Arthur. Hi, Pete.
That's right, Ryan. Good afternoon to you. More on Arthur coming up in just a minute, but we do have some pretty serious weather moving through right now. Let's take you to live pinpoint Doppler 12. And basically anywhere you see the yellow and the red and the orange, that's where we have some very heavy downpours. I'm not going to go into every single location where we're seeing that, but you get the idea. We have some downpours from New Bedford into Little Compton all the way through south central Rhode Island and even up into northern Providence County. I'm going to zoom into some of our trouble spots. Now you can see this red covering areas like Coventry down into Kingston, Rhode Island. And one thing I'm concerned about is something called training. That's basically where the storms kind of line up like a train, and then one location gets hit repeatedly by downpours over and over again. That's how you can sometimes get some flash flooding. So this could be an issue right here into places like West Warwick and even into Cranston, Providence, as this line will start to drift a little further to the north and east. Also, we have lightning mixing in with all this. Well, I think downpours are the main concern. Certainly anytime there's lightning, we also have to be aware of that. And that flash flood warning goes until this evening. All right, back to Arthur. A Category 1 storm, winds of 90 miles an hour, and Arthur is just cruising right now. You can see the swirl now as far north as central Virginia. Arthur will probably weaken over the next several hours as it enters the cooler North Atlantic waters. In fact, here's the track, still tracking offshore. We like that, but close enough to give us some more rain as we head into the later parts of the afternoon. Cape Cod will be the windiest from all of this, although here in our viewing area, I'm not looking at any major wind damage. It's rain that we're most worried about. So flash flood watch from now through tonight. And as we look at our latest watches and warnings in terms of tropical storm warnings, well, we have one across Cape Cod, another one in Nantucket, a hurricane warning south of the waters of Nantucket. So it's right in here where it's obviously very dangerous to put a boat in the water. And even our waters here in Rhode Island, southeastern Massachusetts, they will get stirred up. We'll see some high surf. We'll see some dangerous rip currents even into tomorrow when the weather gets better. Notice here's the edge of Arthur now moving quickly, kind of joining up with this cold front as expected. And you can see what happens over the next several hours as we go into our future cast. They meet up kind of right over the top of us, unfortunately, and then it shoots out to sea, most likely by later on tonight. So tomorrow's looking beautiful, low humidity, and a nice Saturday on the way. All right, shown a different way, let's take a look at your future cast going hour by hour. And you'll notice as we go into the afternoon, that rain does fill in, very heavy at times, kind of like we're seeing right now. 7 o'clock, some indications are that it lets up, but I'm going to really have to leave the threat of some more showers and downpours through at least 8 or 9 p.m. It could go out a little faster than that if Arthur happens to speed up. Sometimes these storms do that, but we'll wait and see on that. In the meantime, 1 to 3 inches of rain possible. Higher isolated amounts possible. That is the nature of tropical moisture, and so our main hazard today will be that localized street flooding, and we'll have to watch some of those small streams too. 2 to 4 inches out here across New Bedford into the outer Cape. And in terms of wind speeds, again, I'm not too concerned about wind damage. However, it does get windy by tonight. Not necessarily this afternoon, but by tonight, wind gusts by the time we get to midnight between about 35, maybe 40 miles an hour. But then they really start to subside as we go into the hours of tomorrow morning. So in the 7-day futurecast, you'll see it gets nice Saturday and Sunday with mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the low 80s. So Brian, we just have to get through today. We'll continue to track those heavy downpours on radar.
Pete, we will stick with you. Thanks so much. Let's take a look at what we're working on for Eyewitness News beginning live.